host of LGUs are the City of Cebu, the Cebu Province, Municipality of Tabuela, City of Mandaue, City of Danao, City of Naga, and City of Lapu-Lapu. And before we're going to start with our press con, we'd like to acknowledge our VIPs and the persons behind the organization, the hosting of the 2018 Philippine National Games. Starting with, from the Philippine Sports Commission, and she's the head of the Secretariat, National Head of Secretariat of the Philippine Sports Commission, Ms. Annie Ruiz. From the Philippine Sports Institute of the Philippine Sports Commission, Mr. Noni Lopez. The Executive Director of the Cebu Provincial Sports Commission, Attorney Rabib Abing. We also have the Sports Chairman of the Cebu City Sports Commission, Mr. Edward Haico. And of course, the overall Chairman of the Philippine National Games, no less than El Presidente himself, the PSC Commissioner, Ramon El Presidente Fernandez. To start, we'd like to request Mr. Edward Haico to give an opening remarks.
Good morning. It's such a great honor after 20 years for Commissioner Mon Fernandez and Chairman Cruz Ramirez to bring the PNG back to Cebu. And with that, we'd like to thank you, Commissioner Mon. And we have, I think, 8,000 to 9,000 athletes. Well, we're expecting 3,000. Huh? We're expecting over 3,000. So these are prime athletes. These are not ordinary athletes. They are vying for the Philippine National Games. So let's cream of the crop. So let's give that rare, uniquely Cebuano welcome to all of them. Thank you very much for the honor.
And from the Cebu Province, we'd like to request the Executive Director, Attorney General, to give also his opening remarks.
Good morning. Kami po sa province of Cebu is very honored to co-host this very prestigious national competition and Philippine National Games. We have so far done our part in preparing, in coordinating with the LGUs, where the games in the province will be held in the cities of Danao and Naga and the municipalities of the municipality of Tabuilan. So, naganda po Miami, naganihan, Cebu, I briefed the governor about this opening of the BNG this coming Saturday. Nalipay siya host sa mga nagkadaya ng mga atleta coming from the different places in the country. So, with that, pasalamat minimo Sir Mon, no? Ayaw di ka matanggap na mo kami o doon ay mga ipang-hold pa ng mga big events, sports events na rin sa probinsya sa Subo o sa syudad sa Subo. Salamat.
Salamat, Dr. Rabib. And at this point, gusto request atong nagkakasipagpakpak na ito ang overall chairman sa PNG, the Philippine National Games, to give us a rationale and the history of the Philippine National Games. Please welcome the President himself, PSC Commissioner Ramon Fernandez.
Thank you, Rick. Good noon to all. Maayong punto kanilang tanang. First of all, I'd like to thank the province and the Cebu City for accepting the hosting of the Philippine, the rebirth, would like to call the Philippine National Games. I never even heard of the Philippine National Game until I became one of the commissioners. No? And I talked to the former POC President Celso Derrick. I think he was the first one nagsugod na eh. No? So I had a talk with him and he briefed me about this program. No? So, ang istoryahan sa board, PSC, that I think this is one program that we really have to revive. No? We envision this to become the Philippine Olympics of sort. No? We're hoping the time will come that this is going to be the tryouts for the national team members that will become national team members later on. No? That's why ang atong gibuhat, lahat anang national team members has to play for their LGUs. No? Unlike previously, there were different teams. No? So it's really only province and cities. No? We wanted to do this last year, but because our priorities last year was to clean up, or rather organize the PSC, our house first. No? So na-delay na yung kamay, and finally, mag-open na yung tap. No? So as I said, we envision this to be the Philippine Olympics. No? And hopefully, since we are hosting next year the SEA Games, so probably this is going to be a biennial tournament. No? So every 2 years natin gawin buhaton. So hopefully by next year, all the rules and guidelines will be in place, and we will be able to streamline everything. Good day to all.
Salamat, PSC Commissioner Juan Fernandez. And just like to inform everybody that the last time we hosted the Philippine National Games was in 1997. So that was 3 years after Palarong Pambansa. So that is exactly like 21 years ago. So ngayon pa rin naman ang video, siguro ng taon, o may pagtawa ninyo during the Philippine National Games. And we'd like to give you updates on the preparations of the Philippine National Games. Just focus your eyes on the screen. So, as you know, this is a multi-sports event, and it's being hosted by different local government units. So, most of the events are being held here in Cebu City. The farthest is in Tabuela, which is the triathlon. So, in Lapu-Lapu City, softball and baseball are being held in Macana Base. And also, of course, we have archery in Danao City and mountain bike. And Naga City is also one of our hosts for tennis and in weightlifting, and of course in Mandawi City for RNS. And most of the events are being held here in Cebu City. So as you see, you have the venues. Yeah, and to give you more updates on the venues and the events that will be played during the week-long events that will start on the May 19th for the opening ceremonies. And the first day of action will start on the 20th. So the centerpiece of any athletic events is always the athletics and swimming. So the swimming and competition and the athletic events are held here in Cebu City. And to give more updates on the preparations, I'd like to give the floor now to our PSI from PSC, Mr. Noli Lopez.
Just a minor correction on the slide. So on 19, we just have the opening. So tennis there will have their first day of events on the 20th. So you might go there and expect games for tennis. So everything is okay except for the changes in tennis in Naga and in Philippine. So which is going to be opening all events, most of the events will be starting on May 20, Monday. And just to also reiterate, so the out of Cebu events will be one in Naga, so we have weightlifting, sepak takraw, and tennis for women. And then now we have cycling and archery. Tabuela we have the triathlon and duathlon. And then Lapu-Lapu we have softball, and Mandawi we will have tennis. All the rest will be in city. Thank you.
Okay, for the solidarity meeting, that's a meeting of all coaches and NSA, the National Sports Association. So they're going to discuss tomorrow what we expect in their week-long stage in Cebu, and at the same time, what to expect during the games and the schedule of activities for tomorrow. And of course, all the head of the delegation of coaches also meet with the local and the national sports associations. So the solidarity meeting that will be tomorrow. We'd like to show you also, we'd like to give you siguro an idea of what will happen in the opening ceremonies. No? We will have a parade at exactly 2 in the afternoon. And of course, we're expecting that all the delegates will arrive. The assembly point will be in DOH, Department of Health. Number pataas po mga yung kita po yung mga athlete. And from DOH straight to Smenia Boulevard and to Cebu City Sports Center. So the parade, this will be joined by cultural dance mga dancers from different local government units in the province of Cebu. And of course, we have also mga singular dancers that will be joining the parade. Okay, so the opening ceremony will be attended by, of course, Mayor Thomas Mena, and of course, Governor Hilario David, and our special guest of honor is known as the President of the Republic of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Duterte. Okay, so we have lots of surprises. We have an element of surprises for the opening ceremony. That is something to watch. Next, we'd like to show you also, we'd like to give you updates also on the visiting areas. So most of the visiting areas are held in Cebu City. And the other visiting areas are located in adjacent to the venue, like in Lapu-Lapu, in Lapu-Lapu City, Magdan Airways. In Naga also, athletes are also visited in Naga City. So I think 60% are visited here in the city also. Okay? So that's the number of medals at stake. Also medals at stake. The visibility quarters next. Okay. So that's the medal at stake. That's a total of 2,576 medals at stake. Later on, we're going to show you how the medals look like after our press conference. Okay? So we'd like to welcome all the members of the Thai media. So at this point, the floor is open now for open forum. So if you have any questions, you can just address your questions to any of our officials here seated at the VIPs. Okay? Is there one question? Yeah, from CDN, we have Mars Allison and Robert.
So for the PNG, we have the 16 and above, except for some sport that they did clarification. But PNG is basically 16 and above. Yes.
Yeah, but it's categorized as 16 and above number. It's this is the elite, supposed to be the elite of the elites now. And we have a few exceptions, like Rizomo Ono, she's only 14 years old. Table tennis is that. She'll be coming also to play. Because the Liman contact sport and table tennis, so we allow that.
Next question? A follow-up question from Mars.
Follow-up. So, 16 above, so what are the categories? How are you going to awarding na to sa medals in overall champion, considering that we have had cash prize?
Based on the LGU, the teams, it's as simple as that. Number of medals a province or a city gets.
So I think the medal system is based on the International Olympic medal system. So gold, the number of golds, and silver. So as of now, we have 2 golds and 2 silvers for this year of the gymnastics team. Okay, some more questions?
For Sir Noni, sir, namin ganing uban nga athletes or mga kung naduggan below 16 lang age, are they allowed to compete?
Yes. Example of that is if Rizumo Ono is only 14 years old. At table tennis, as a really contact sport, they'll okay lang archery. Pwede man, no? Because we want to expose these kids. We want them to compete at a higher level. That's the only way really to improve these kids.
In this case, no, may mag-handle sa technicalities and
Yes. Most, I think, not all the recognized NSAs by the POC.
So open siya category, especially with the mga younger ones, as long as measurable sports, hindi contact sports.
Yes.
Sir, clarification lang po. Regarding sa tali ba po, sa tali, they like, for example, the other NSAs have their junior and senior. So, kung saan ako na mag-count sa medal na except wala na nilabot ang mga senior or sa
Regardless, we count it as one medal, regardless of the division. We just total all the medals earned by the LGU. Again, some of the groupings or categories were actually given to us guidelines by the NSA, so we just follow the NSA recommendation in terms of number of medals per sport.
Yeah, from Samsung till Tapos.
Good morning. Anyone can answer this question. Sir, with this sa PLG start na, ang sa recommendations sa itong playing games, especially kung outdoor games, na yung triathlon, beach volleyball, kumusta ang conditions sa playing games?
Conditions? Yeah, well, I think sa triathlon we're ready. Sa beach volleyball, we had some challenges because we really wanted white sand for the beach volleys, but I think the NXC already approved what we have right now. Okay, so existing siya. We wanted to buy it, but it cost about 450,000 pesos. And we have to get it from one place around the city hall. And we've been trying to get in touch with the governor just to secure that one. So, for that decision is San Pedro pa rin, and then using the same point.
Maybe we can ask also Attorney Amini with regards to updating preparations for, especially the Buena and Mindanao, which is the farthest venue and
As mentioned by noon na yung kuwan, ang triathlon video na ito, yung kabulan, ready na sila na ito. Because ang Gio is kuwan na experience na sila in handling the triathlon event. So they are 100% ready for the competition. Cycling also. Danao just texted me na ready sila na ito. Except yung mga little things na lang ay lagi finalize.
The good thing with the Buena is they've been hosting triathlon. And I think they did well in organizing it. Wapo may mga feedback. At the same time, they've been hosting like mountain biking. So at least kabawa na rin sila. Yes, we have Calvin.
To say to survive on the survey, sir, say, what are the support that your respective sports commissions extend sa PNG?
So the support that the local government units is giving to the Philippine Games. The support. The Philippine National Games, the hosting. Yes.
We have 9 Philippine areas, Tena and Cebu City. And we're very flexible. In fact, I think we welcome anything that they request, or even if it was anything Pangasinan was going to put down Princess Advertise will be accommodated there. So we're quite flexible. And we have, I think, 13 buses servicing them. And we have security, we organize security, traffic, etc. So we're pretty supportive to the PSC. Did I answer that question?
Same with our preparation sa local, the ability sa mga athletes, security, medical, preparations, security, muna ay basic na mga preparations. The preparations of the playing venues. And also, we assisted a little amount no, sa LGU nga nitabang na tumadto sa probinsya aron paghatag og mga allowances ipagkaon sa ilang mga volunteers. Gapay lang ay lamang sama.
Counts, thank you for that question. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank them. And they're the people behind the scene, one of the unsung heroes, one of the unsung volunteer heroes of this PNG. They're working, they're like a hotel. If you go to a school, public school, they're like a hotel. No, there's a reception, somebody escorts them to the room, and our public school teachers are really kinasing-kasing welcoming all the athletes. They treat them like house guests. So if you visit some of them, it would be nice. Para you'll see how our public school teacher and school principal will welcome the athletes. Very fun. Very nice. Mura joke, nagbanding sila.
Yes, we have a question from Roberto Palinay, Iloferio.
Good morning, sir. PNG normally is dominated by athletes from the Manila, University of Philippine. Kung sa may ulo sa atong mga athletes sa Cebu, ang reformat ready for this real action. Kung tingalin, nangaroto sila kita, mga national athletes.
You know, Sir Bob, it's a mixed feeling because we're the host. Yeah, we are the host. Mixed feeling because we want to welcome them. At the same time, we want to be there. So half of us actually want to win, but half of us also as a host want them to feel good. So, you know, sometimes you have to balance that. Okay? If we are two warrior, they come to our house and beach. So that's my personal mixed feeling every time we host a game.
But you know, in sports, we only claim sportsmanship after the real competition. The aim, the goal actually is to win goals. Now, as ang napita na ang Cebu maka-harvest o mga goals, as ang napita sa kanyang event sa namura klate sa namura tigo sa mga kontra.
Let me add, for this PNG, the national team will be representing the LGU. This means that even if they're in Manila as a national team athlete, if they're from Cebu, they will be representing Cebu. Okay, so unlike before that there's one national team in Manila. Okay? So these athletes national team represent the individual LGU. So what sport? It will depend on, we have to check on athletes from Cebu, national team athletes from Cebu. So I'm sure that they'll be giving us a goal. Like that sport.
Now may idea like Cebu City, now may idea ng members of the Philippine team who will be sitting action, representing Cebu City. Now may idea. They have an idea that is Cebu City, na members of the Philippine team will be sitting action. Enjoy ka ba? I think some, mga members of the Philippine team siguro, I think na itong identify na they will be playing, representing their local government units.
We have Sir Bob, we had a briefing a few days ago with, I think we're 400 athletes from Cebu City. And we gave them some final instructions by hook or by crook. Doon nga, hindi na tawag kita. But you know, half of that is joke. Because, of course, I also told them, we want to win, but we also want to welcome. So that's what we instructed 400 athletes that's representing Cebu City.
Yeah, by welcoming them, they have to play their best also. That's also welcome. As isa kung piliyon sila, that's a good welcome. Beat us next time.
Kami sa kuwan sa province of Cebu, ngamong yapilan out of 22 events, 3 ka po. We also had our briefing already with the coaches. And now we are positive also with our chances to win gold. So kini mga pinili po nila mga athletes kini mga ipapil sa PNG. For one, ako very optimistic with our volleyball team sa province. In fact, champion Miss Players Cup karon. So we are optimistic nga magka-gold ka niya. We are hoping sa nga kining sa mga events sa mga pilan sa province na magka-gold din mi.
Yeah, the reason why I asked the question because Cebu has issued winning games. In fact, it is a good edition
Sabi
of
niya,
the world.
try mo ng gitna na
First
siya.
number of the world.
Ano yun? Ito yun? Hindi ba masyado malapit?
In worldwide way of combating. That's why it's very unfair that during basketball combating, the Cebuanos are watching the game and then they pulverize their water for it. That's not fair. That's why we need it.
Yes, that's precisely what
Hindi ako.
atong gibalik ng mga national team players, athletes, to their LGUs para ma-encourage further ang mga LGUs to come up with a really honest-to-goodness grassroots program. In fact, as I've announced earlier, the top 5 finishers will receive 5,4,321. No? But people at India ko siya, ang piling na money, magamit lang nila para sa ilang sports program. No? So, as I said, this is just the start. We're hoping that we keep on improving these games as the years go by.
That's why, sir, that's why, kung ayaw labok ang mga Cebuano, draw a crowd, magpuno ng gymnasium to give us cheering squad.
For sure, the natin cheering taga Cebu.
Kaya wala na, masiya ang makita rin.
Actually, ganyan nga reklamo si Brando, kasi hindi ko practice silang volleyball team, dusi na kabuna ilang nakuha. Yeah, ganyan ako na siya po practice ang Cebu City, na problema sa Cebu City, wag na nakita ang shot put ng kanyang bunta. Nakita ko rito sudlon. So, naglukan sa mga taga Cebu.
Kasi nga sa ramo, mudro crowd, ha? Sige na crowd. Puno ka din eh. Lahat ng cheering squad, pero kamunay tayo natiguon, ang muling ko sa mga spiritual guest.
Pagajian. Okay, do you have any other questions? Okay, Dave, who's up?
We are mga among delegation na 220, including na nasa coaches and players.
For Sir Edward, sir, bilang passport yung events yung kapilan sa Cebu Province 13 out of 24 Cebu City.
Kompleto ba? How many events from Cebu City kapilan?
Mostly,
We feel that
80% ang pagkapilan.
Ha?
Mostly.
Oh, ay,
80%.
Most.
Gymnastics na, kompleto.
all.
Archery,
I think all.
yes.
Kompleto? Yeah, I think kompleto.
Even rugby football.
Unlike other, you have, I just don't know for gold or silver, but we have medals already in gymnastics.
We have 2 goals. 2 goals, 4 silvers.
Oh, very good, see?
Ang problema pa nila itong gymnastics, ha? Kay Lugay, pag tumbling ni Daniel de la Pisa, nabot sa ato. Karoon pa nakaulit.
Vaccine na to. Vaccine, no?
Boxing, hindi ang boxing.
Okay, dito sinukles yung sa totoong buwan rin. National. Kunyang yung pangalan yun ni itong isa to, Ibrahim. Gihimong pagsimbag sa kontra. Mutos sa picture yun na yung Cebu mga yung anula. Parang matawag ka mga book ID ng mga kontra. Cebu City, sa akin yung mga kahit. Puras, sakit na doon, sir. Dito na sa
Actually, yun yung palaro mabansa. Yung palaro mabansa, I think is gold. Kwento Cagayan de Oro. So, ito si Guapo na training dito. And I think we got 1 goal also courtesy from Paxel Promo. So, ang training dito sa Cagayan de Oro ko, ito na mga best na boxers nila, usaran ka, gym, so 6 out of 10 goals, buha sa Cagayan de Oro.
Well, talking about boxing, but maybe maybe makakatuo. But since last August pa, nagsugod namin ni Chow, PSC, sponsored 2 tournaments, hindi lang sa province, 2 tournaments a month in boxing, 8 group boxing. So we're hoping in 1 or 2 more years, mga maayo na yung mga bataan.
Sir, open na question, sir. Kailan tayo i-use ang buha ko?
Yeah. Ali, you have a breakdown, Ali?
We now receive about 96 LGUs all over the country sending their confirmation that they're coming. So, 28 from Luzon, 27 in Mindanao, NCR 15, and 26 from Visayas.
26 of Visayas. How many derived what 35 cities in Visayas? 39?
Okay. Follow-up questions, Ray?
Or, sir, di ba naman may 4 main athletes? Ang 4 main athletes, ito mas unconfirmed athletes. Ano sa main athletes, sir?
So Form A, we have to receive a total of 8,000 entries. So with the Form B for now, Form B registered is 3,091. Sometimes some LGUs maximize their slots. So when they send their Form A, it's only just a number of athletes. Once they send their Form B with the names of the athletes, that's when we count the total of 3,091. But we are still expecting some more LGUs to be arriving today and tomorrow, so this might increase. So at least 3,091 athletes for PNG as of yesterday.
Question? Yes, Rico Navarro.
I agree with the statement there.
It would be nice to really envision the PNG to be the Olympics. Although we know from our part as a first, we're not in there. We're not in there kasi every year, nagbukas sila. May implementation, etc. Hopefully, it's going to be this sort of things. The question here is now, what do you see now to be the key elements ba? Para identify nyo lang ito, more than the Olympics of the Philippines. So what are the key elements that you want to look for there? Of course, kasi na the national team members are there. But I'll give you an idea. Volleyball, I'm a volleyball fan also. I'm not pursuing analysis about this play, but I don't think she will play because of the PDL. So, what factors are you looking at para at least mag-gauge na ito later on with Human na murag Olympics winning or kuha pa naman? What factors are you looking at?
Yeah, one of the discussions we had actually is that if it's going to be PNG, the best of the year, some of the discussions were dapat talang regional medalists should be in that PNG, right? So it should be obligatory for medalists, or we should find ways na hindi sila, all these athletes should be present during the PNG, no excuses. On top of that, I was with Mayor Gomez last month, 2 months ago. One of the I think laws that si Congresswoman Lucy Torres Gomez is endorsing is the PNG law. Now it should be there every year, funded by the government, and making sure that aside from being PNG there, making sure that no other tournaments within the week or two during the competition itself. Because the problem we have is, we have the PNG, you probably knew that there are some big events a week before, a week after. So if the athletes are competing every week, problem of injury. So it should be a sacred 2 weeks or sacred month actually to the PNG, and then making sure that all the best athletes in the Philippines will be there representing their LGs.
Follow-up question to that. We know that the president is coming, but for us in the media to also somehow sell the PNG, can we have some names of national team members who we know are confirmed to join? I mean, it's part of, we have to sell the PNG as well. It's a minority. We don't join the laws in here.
We invited 220 national athletes. Okay, so we'll have the confirmation probably by today and tomorrow. But we already bought, I would say 90% bought tickets for them. So that's, we're expecting about 220 national athletes for the PNG. Unless there is some injuries, but most of them are actually required.
What will happen if they will be beaten by the athlete during the competition? Abilities sila sa during the competition. Mga national athletes.
Then that would mean that the challenger should have a chance to be the national team. Right?
Question, yes, Fabi?
The national athletes should be competing. Dealing with the teachers, with the local boys, until better status.
I think you already answered it. So, yeah.
Actually, sir, yung national team po na matatalo ng challenger, not automatic po, napapalitan ng challenger. PNG is just one of the qualifying tournaments po.
How about like national records broken? Na mga na-break mga national records for miserable events like swimming and then
It to be counted. Again, for like for example, table tennis. So you have the record tournament for 4 days. So you have a champion there. If the champion is not part of the national team, they have tryouts a day after, the 2 days na yun. The last 2 days, they have the tryouts, champion. Then the tryouts will be competing against other national team athletes. So that way the coach will be able to identify if he's really qualified to be part of the national team. And so it will be recognized.
So it will be changed. What about the coaches? Will be changed also by the winning coach? Huh?
But
Yes, sir.
that's Mr. Enrico. Sorry, I wasn't able to listen to your question. That's precisely why among gibalik na ang format na national athletes will play for the LGUs. No? Because we want this to become the tryouts later on for the national team members. You all agree with me, you all know na sa set-up taon, ang mga members sa national athlete, katulad those luwag, competition, di ba? That's precisely why among giinganyo ang mga LGUs para karon kung doon ay mga national athletes belonging to the NSS, pildihon of athletes from the provinces, nauban na namo ang governor or ang mayor ng Sultis NSA, hey, you have a better player than your national team member. Ikisa na ninyo, no? So that's precisely our...
Same also, kung ma-break ng national record, dahil ang record holder, ma-break national record.
Yes, pasensya siya, hindi siya, di ba? But still, again, it will be the NSA that has the final say on their athlete nila kung kailan butang. But at least doon lang tayo pressure from both the PSC because we have supervisory and visitorial powers over them. Amo naman ni Marcelo, PSC ron. No? This once in the coming days, coming weeks. No? Pwede naman na mong ingon ng NSA, bilhin mo yung kaon, ipili mo. Sorry, if you do not change your coach or your player, we will not fund you anymore. Look for your funding. It's as simple as that.
Change the coach and the players.
Exactly.
Okay. Some more questions? You have any questions? Yeah, Casey?
For Cebu City and province, sir,
Don't be a Cynthia Carrera.
Kisa may runner-up, kisa champion. Kisa may runner-up, kisa champion, Cebu province, Cebu City. Pwede to score. Do you have in mind how many target medals? Attorney? Wala ka. Conservative estimates. Yeah, you're strong. Aside sa volleyball.
Ang kuhan, ang mga archery, ligo na. Archery, Brad, sa pala ligo na ito, Brad? Ito ang...
We have boxing.
Boxing, di ba? Oh, we have one boxing. Para na po, ang kininga mong ipilit ng mga players, athletes for the kuhan, PNG, no? Yung mga maayos sa probinsya. We are hoping that we can kuhan, we can learn during the competition. We can perform well during the competition.
How about Cebu City? What's your sports? Aside from dance sports.
Aside from dance sports, of course, we were very supportive of gymnastics, no? Because of what we see in our lane. Boxing there's some it's we're still dealing with them. We want the right attitude. So we're still searching for that, to be connected with that part. Well, Sepak, we're okay. We're hopeful. Badminton, we're hopeful. Weightlifting, we're quite strong there. We're quite strong in weightlifting. Table tennis, we're also very hopeful for table tennis. Archery, yeah, we're still in that one. We're still fighting archery, but we're still hopeful for archery. What's up, Tonard? Badminton, okay pa. Doctor is okay. Arnis, what are we, we're using the countdown. We're very hopeful with Arnis. Isa pa, kaya dyan tingin na, okay. We're strong.
Okay, so I think
athletics we're good. We're good. Except we got violated a few times. Swimming, struggling.
actually, being host city, inahandle mo daw siya. Host city ko daw. Especially in Cebu province. So, inahandle na Abiba.
Seven were the champion.
Yes. So,
Let me just take this opportunity also to announce to you dito na press conference na Manila regarding the MOA that was signed by the United States Sports Academy and PSC. No? This MOA was signed April 4 last month by the chairman and two of our professors. This will make available now study programs. There will be a certificate, a graduate course, and we'll start with that first. No? Ang buhaton sa PSC, we will spend for the tuition fee of the participants. Pinapanggiayo ang deadlines kung sila qualify for that. No? 50 coaches from the NSAs, 50 coaches from DepEd, and 50 coaches from the different LGUs. Doon na sila yung qualification process. No? Because we believe, kita naman lang doon walay program na yung nani, walay Philippine Institute, no? Philippine Sport School for coaches and players. No? Like I mentioned to you, di ba? Kaysen, ako na naistoryahan, gusto ka mapil. No? So, the diploma course is about 200 hours. Ang mga taga-USSA will come here. I think we're hoping this can start next month, June, or the end of June. Malaysia is also implementing the program. They have a MOA with Malaysia also and USSA. So dito na tayo ng programa. We hope to catch up in the coming years against our Southeast Asian and Asian neighbors. And we also have programs MOA with the KISS, Korean Institute of Sports Science. I think they come here every quarter, pero paano nila training lang of coaches. No? Ha? Gusto lang, kung they are connecting with the like Australian sports also, sports academy, China, and now I think the last Kasat, we're hoping to tie up with them.
Okay, so before we close the press con, I'd like to request Mr. Ronald Mendoza to tell you more on the accreditation process of the media, the local and national media, and of course, media setting.
Ang accreditation has been submitted sa required before. Ang newspapers has been nag-apply na. Ang broadcast o TV, wala pa rin nakahatag. No? So, sorry kayo itong na-accredit daan, diling ko makasulod sa Sports Center on the 19th. Kay grabe kay stricto ang PSC. No? Grabe. Now sa 19th, the IDs will be distributed starting tomorrow. Only tomorrow, kaya katong mga lista na, ipaghatag na sa mga editors na din sa imukuhan. Dito lang na starting 8 a.m. tomorrow, andun to sa registration dito sa badminton area kay ang PSC na kukuha ng pictures, no? Yung pictures niya, mo na yung distribution na sa itong IDs dito. Kaya sa 19th, nakatay, ang atong bilidancing room will be our holding area sa mga media para dungan ang tagsaka. Dungan tagsaka kay require yun sa PMS na madungan tagsaka ako order dito sa Gansan or dito sa tawag niya sa kuwan kay grabe. Grabe din na PSC. So, again, naatay one lane for media only. Media only na i-alone, no? Naratay mga usherates na atong nato diri sa kuwan sa holding room. Kaya dito sa kuwan, we will try to provide coffee before that one. Then in the evening, we will have a dinner.
May was late briefing sa PSC.
Ang PIA mo conduct sa sa briefing. Si Mike Fayette, gabi for media briefings. Basta ang concern is the accreditation of the reporters, sports reporters, and the other beats, no, aside from the sports beats, na ay ipada siguro si Fayette na advisory to cover kay Kuan. So Fayette will be coordinating with the sa main news, no, sa TV and Kuan and radio. So murag naagin makakaroon basta ang sa for now ang Kuan ang sports media murag nahatag na sa mga editors mo ay akong na submit to sa kanila. Okay?
So by tomorrow, by the opening ceremonies on the 19th, you have a special lane. When you go inside the sports center, we have a special lane for media. We have also a special lane for the performers and the speakers. A reminder na we're very strict because the president is coming, so natin mga sibotili, botili na dako isa na, at the same time, just bring back, ay na lang dako yung bag, mga section, mga pointed, mga sharp, mga things, hindi siya pwede. Even ballpens, but I informed them about the media, madami na ballpen, so exempted yung mga media, so that's why you have a special thing. And during the opening ceremonies, you have a special seats also, and that will be mamugay na ng presidential management staff, so yung sa PIA nato. Okay, for the media center, this will be our media center on the following day, on the 20th until the 26th. So the media center will be during this one. Also, the secretariat also. So if you have some like, I think we will be providing also computers and Wi-Fi, and of course mga copiers. Broadband. And of course, like, we're coordinating also with Sky Cable, we can also put out some screens.
And also, on the 20th, was that Sunday? I am inviting all the press for dinner sa La Fortuna, Ilanao. The Manila press, the Davao press, everybody, all the press people, we're hosting dinner for you. Okay? So if you can find out the numbers from the Cebu side, please tell Romel kung pila mo kabaw so we can tell Chow. I think it's bunga mo tas, kung pila na nila ipatawag Chow. Okay?
Okay, so that's what you said. We have last questions. Okay. Are we providing vehicle to local media, national media to the far, natay transport? Yeah, we will take note of that, and maybe the center, the sports center, and we will identify also as an area. There is a sports center Makita at that time. Yes.
Request. I hope that since tomorrow solidarity meeting, yung mga tournament managers na inform din mag-inventory naman sa
Okay.
like sa palaro.
The solidarity meeting will be on the 19th at 9 a.m. at the Cebu City Sports Gymnasium. That's Saturday morning. Okay, request daw nila, say na to be friendly naman with the local media.
In what way, curious ko is, in what way are they unfriendly? In what way? Specifics.
Bigyan mo pakita sa results. Like, ilan nag-show sa ilan nag-game so meaning, ilan na mag-announce, much way mo sa i-verify mo. So meaning, kanay ilang i-award, di na pa rin ang mga
getting results. I don't know if the system should be centralized through one committee, Europe, or will the media be required to talk to every single tournament manager? Sometimes they're very hard to talk to. And we don't make up the situation. How will media get results on time? We can come up with a or
for PNG, it would be centralized to Romel's team. So parang direction na siya. Okay? From domination, direction na from Romel's team.
I'm just thinking, just out of my head. Probably, if there are 10 or 20 media asking the same question, that's a possibility. That's why maybe centralizing is a solution. Just a thought like this.
Yes, sir, but like, na-communities na, like, we have different deadlines. Hindi man sa kita ng media mo,
just to share, I'll share with you what I do. If we make our own results already, because our crucial number is getting results, what happened today? Plantation medals that become makers. That's nothing more. What happens today? So what we do, discuss the names of what we do, assistant, we provide the results.
Maybe we will have
a group list for the media, send to mo na lang, para at least mas faster email with different venues.
you can use the chat group. Actually, most of the media will have that time. So most of the results, since there are volunteers in the event, the different venues, so maybe we can send them the results as early as 2:30 and start off. Because 3 o'clock will start right.
What we can do probably is, Robert, we can probably make a chat group ready for the PNG media so that when you once the response to the Senate.
Chief, ako i-require that for the naman tayo mga tournament managers, assistant tournament managers, or the tournament managers na local, sila yung i-require to forward the results to the center or the results sa secretariat through forward na
But that doesn't happen often. My question is, do we allow the tournament manager to disclose results? That's the answer.
usually NSA mag-good, although naman ng event, hindi pa verify event, nabay violate, even in track and field, even swimming. Kasi may mga violations sila. That's the time na, kung may violations sa natin, we will report na sila, release nila through official release nila. Kung may violation.
For example, in the case like, basta, ay event scholar, kung paano ko ng workplace?
Kanan siya. Sige. We will take note of that. Maybe we will just request the NSA. And of course, we will be also requiring each NSA that they have an assistant, or maybe the local NSA would assist to give official resort to the local secretariat, the media center. We created a chat group. Maybe we can add Roman Mendoza. It's completed already with Cebu Sports Media. And just include Roman Mendoza. We part of the chat group. So whatever results we have gathered, we will post it in the messenger. And of course, with regards to the medal tally, it has to be uniform. Sometimes they read the newspaper, gold. I think it will be released by the secretariat. So that dili mag-iwag ito, nagpula naman ako sa mga resort. Kasi sometimes there are local media very resourceful. They have the result, especially multi-venues sila. So dagan sila mga very resourceful sila. So makukuha sila mga update, the latest update. So maybe we'll have the medal tally, we'll have it uniform. If the secretariat will release their medal tally. With regards to your coverage in sports event, I know that you want something different from the other media. Sometimes we get stories, we get good stories of the athlete, but with regards to the time, results, as long as it's official, that's the time we will ask the NSA to give it to the media. Okay? So do you have any suggestions?
Sir, naman tayo counterpart ng sa case no, we have the local sports coordinator. So, kato sila yung pagkatanon because they could help you because they are Cebuanos. Then, who supports the NSA? So, by the time, mga itag oras, oras niya sa athletic swimming, at least, you have now confirmed.
Kasi sila mismo sa tigaan sa
NSA. I mean, they are closely. They are tied up to
Okay, and then we'll be having a meeting with the solidarity meeting. We will discuss everything, and I will suggest together with the NSA. And I think the NSA will be So if you have any questions, we will entertain 3 more questions before we're going to call this meeting adjourned, the conference adjourned. Yes. Okay, so at this point, I'd like to give the floor now again to our VIPs, the person behind the Philippine National Game for their closing remarks. So we'll start with Edward Haiko. Maybe Edward Haiko first.
Thank you very much for the support you're giving Lauren and Sirs. We hope to see you and please enjoy the games.
Okay, Attorney Nalim, yeah.
See you all in the games.
And of course, Noni Lopez.
Noted on the awards, on the results, I want to talk to Robert to make sure that we get results fast.
Yes, thank you for all your support and let's do hope for the success of the PSC campaign.
And of course, finally, our overall chairman of the Philippine National Games. We wish him luck. And of course, the Cebuanos will be hosting. Okay, Ramon Fernandez for his remarks.
Daghang salamat pagkain ninyo. I'm sure your hands will be full in the coming days, and I know you can handle your job well. No? So, pagtabangay ta, kung doon ka may problema, ato lang po tanong, walay uminit ang ulo, ha? Cool! Cool lang ka, ha?
Okay, we'll have our photo op. This is the design of the medals for the PNG. Later on, we'll have another sa medals na siya, pero sponsor na siya, symbolism na siya. Okay, kanila sa una. Can you stand up, Commissioner Mon? And hold this one. Dito. Huwag kayong mama. Okay, out sa meron.
Wala, kaya sa data. Pagdali tuloy. Hindi kami na po. Puli-puli. Puli-puli.
Ano mas tagal sa province kaysa sa city? Tagal sa province.
Oy, amo. Mugo naman. Okay. Desa. Ay, kuya, imong bisa diktan niya.
Okay.
One more.
Good luck, everyone. So, if you have any questions, you can still ask questions to our PSC officials. And now, I think the buffet table is ready. So, let's face the buffet table as we pray. Bless us, O Lord.